was born on 1958. And the only thing difference between now and when I was younger, like before 18, like before 16, like that, is I'm able to get hard. I'm able to get hard without having to take a piss, and I'm able to produce semen 4 or 5 times a day, probably. I'm able to produce semen 4 or 5 times a day, but and grow this beard. So you gotta keep combing. That's the only difference between when I was under 16 or when I was a kid, or under 18. It's the only difference from today and when I was a kid. I'm able to produce semen a few times a day. I'm able to get hard without having a piss, and so that's the difference between little boy, and a man. Is you're able to produce semen a few times a day. You're able to get hard without having to take a piss, and you grow this shit that keeps growing and growing and growing like that damn Energizer bunny. But this keeps growing and growing and growing. I'd rather be a kid. I'd rather have this shit so it don't grow. But that's the difference between being a little boy and a man. Right there's my tattoos. George and Fred. And they're dancing tattoos, see? They're dancing. But this is my Bugs Bunny Taz T-shirt. Like I said, I was born on 6/19/1958. And there isn't anything I couldn't do as a kid as I can do now. Matter of fact, you got those. You can get hard and you can produce semen a few times a day. Plus this growing beard and mustache crap, which I don't really like anyway. But oh well. It's really the only difference between being a man and a kid. I can do everything I did as a kid. When I was a kid, probably do it better. Some of the things. I know I can do a lot more push-ups. Today is 4/17/2015.